true. I recommend everybody to walk a day in a blind person's shoes, because there are tons of things that you'll run into on a daily basis that are pretty cool. And obviously you figured out it's pretty much trees and poles and stuff like that. But growing up, I will say, I had a lot of friends, and one of my best friends, his name was Tom, and he was so great. He was so, like, non-judgmental, and he really made me feel like I fit in with everybody. Like, I was like everybody else, because everybody saw Tom the same way I did, probably because he was imaginary. I don't know. I did bring him to hang out with one of my friends in real life, though, and he told me, he was like, don't you know that, like, imaginary friends aren't real and that you can't see them? I was like, dude, I can't see you either. Are you imaginary? Then he just slapped me in the face. That felt pretty real. So one of my favorite things to do is go to friends' houses and stuff like that to hang out, but one of my favorite activities to do at friends' houses is kind of strange. I like going to the bathroom there, because every time I leave a friend's bathroom, they immediately walk in after me to see if I pissed on their floor or not. And they're always amazed. They're like, man, I'm so, like, they're happy, really. They're like, I'm so glad that you sit down to pee. I would have been very upset if I had to mop that up. The thing is, I don't sit. Like, I'm a man. I stand like everybody else. And that's when they're like, you must have pretty good aim. And I'm like, the bathroom sink's a pretty big target. Oh, that's a good time. So I get asked a lot of questions, and pretty commonly, people want to know if I know Braille, which I do. And if you don't know, Braille is just like raised dots on paper that blind people feel and read. But as a 22-year-old young man, the only thing I actually want to feel in Braille is the 1970s limited time Braille editions of Playboy magazines. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about this though. I was like, an interesting concept, right? So, Braille, logically, is just raised dots on paper, and it made me think, aren't titties just raised dots on skin? Not gonna lie, the last time I was with a girl, I filmed them to see if I could read her name.
Oh my god.
Now, I'm not sure how accurate it was because the name's spelled Tyrone, so I'm not sure.
Oh my god.
I do get asked some more serious questions, though. I have some interesting characters I hang out with, and they ask me all the time, they're like, Colton, have you ever had these things called magic mushrooms? And, some of you might know what they are, some of you might not, but I tell them the same thing. No, I've never had shrooms, but if you want to see me tripping, just follow me around town. It's a great time. So, I did recently get a guide dog, as y'all can tell. Little Ivan down here, he's just chilling. And I went up to Columbus to train for 3 weeks. Well, the first 3 days at this guide dog school, they had me walk around town and lead a human dog. It was kind of weird. I was like, did I come to a guide dog school, or did I accidentally show up to a furry convention? I wasn't sure. I will say though, it's been great having Ivan. He's really good at his job, and I don't know, having a dog, because he's still a dog. And I'm not sure about you, but is this all dogs? Does every dog just go outside and start munching on the grass? Yeah, I didn't know that. And every time I'm like, dude, like, you're not a cow. Like, you're not making milk for me to drink. You're not making cheese for me to eat. Like, all this dog makes for me is big ass piles of shit to clean up. Like, not very fun. No, I will say though, I'm a very independent person, and I like to do a lot of stuff on my own, but I think one thing I could use some help with is going on dates with girls. The last date I went on, like 5 minutes into this date at the restaurant, I knocked her whole glass of water into her lap. It was an awkward rest of the date for sure. And the next day, all my boys, they were like, man, how'd it go? And I like to tell the truth, but like only a little bit of the truth. So I told them, I was like, wasn't perfect, but I still got her wet.
Dude. Oh my god.
It's really sad that that's a true story.